27 and just ghosted by a dude on Hinge who had a nose ring. Dear worst. So lonely she got a stock photo in that frame still. And it be blowing her kisses. The closest thing to love someone will ever show her. Your nose is a buff dude flexing his back. Rock bottom is fretting over random internet dude with a nose ring. Hope her plans didn't hinge on that. Bargano and Wilson. The fact you're on the second most popular dating app suits you well. You're the type of girl who wakes up, gets herself ready for the day and then posts a selfie with the caption messy hair, don't care. Except you do care. So very much. Did you test every one of those pans on your face before hanging them up? How does it feel to know a guy with a nose ring is so far out of your league that you don't even warrant a text back even though you gave head on the way to McDonald's where you still had to pay for both of you? Hey everyone. He saw this and texted me back. What should I do other than bury myself in a hole and die? I think at this point you just have to commit and realize you can do better, especially at your age, and if your only prospect is a guy, with a nose ring, who had to use Hinge because neither him or yourself are attractive enough for Tinder. Went camping for 2 nights out of service and got called a ghoster on Reddit by my Hinge date. Help me heal. Hairline, help, I'm receding. Mustache, don't worry bro, I got you. I'll be there in a couple of months. OP, fellow bald guy here. If you're wondering when am I gonna have to actually shave my receding hair completely off, that time is yesterday. Looking at you makes me wonder if Mumford & Sons is the last string holding your life together. Nose ring guy. Paging you / Franny Bones, come roast this stat-eyed discount Mr. Pringles and reclaim your honor. That awkward moment when I don't know who is out of whose league but I'm certain that you're both bisexual so it doesn't really matter. That all blacks flag on the wall tells me one of two things. 1. You're a Kiwi who transplanted to the US for work. You sucked back home, but because you have an accent, your D3 men's club team made you their fly half and team captain when you have the field vision of Helen Keller and the tackling ability of a kitten. 2. You joined your local men's club team and they stuck you at wing. Then you went and dropped $500 on World Rugby Shop to basically cosplay a rugby player. You played 2 games, and got trucked. You haven't been back to practice but wear a different pristine Super Rugby jersey whenever you go on the treadmills at the gym. I'd venture to say she dodged a bullet. Destroy my newfound confidence boys. 1 bracelet for every time she told a guy I don't normally do this, but puts hair into ponytail. I've seen nicer hair getting pulled out of my shower drain. Moana when she smokes weed and has a on Levans. One day I'll know how far I'll go. No one wants that stuff to go far. No way. What can I say except no, thank you. Your cleavage looks like a fat man's crack. It took you 3 tries to post this right. I'm pretty sure if I knock on your forehead I'll hear my knocks echo through your empty head. Why am I 99% positive that this chick has cankles? Having facial piercings and bracelets are the closest you've ever come to having a personality. You're the only person that is not allowed to PM me. Climb to the top of the mountain for Wi-Fi so I could upload this. RoastMe Day 178 366. The rock face behind you leads me to believe that this is not the top. And bottom is probably where you're more comfortable anyway. It appears that his 2 buddies might be about to make that decision for him. So, they got Wi-Fi on mountains now? All 3 of you looking for a banjo player. This is how 3 generic hipsters make their boring life seem more satisfying. In the rebooted version of Deliverance, the locals went instead to find real pigs because they have standards. Wrinkled khaki shorts, mustard yellow t-shirt, homeless guy beard and dark shades? I see what's going on here. The guy is blind. You can even see his walking stick in the creek. Shame on the other 2 for pulling this cruel joke. And someone tell those fat asses that the top of the handicap ramp is not the top of the mountain. I'm a 22 childish college dropout with dyslexia and poor life choices. Roast me. Jesus. We've been quarantined so long even Uncle Fester started growing his hair out. You know who she reminds me of? Beetlejuice. Her head, face, and hair say it all. I wanna roast you but you keep looking at what I'm about to type. I'm guessing your sibling got all the Bryans. Your tits say 80-year-old grandma, your face says my neighbor's disabled kid, your hair says a 9-year-old playing Fortnite. Good thing you dropped out of collage. Maybe try college instead. Lol. She doesn't even want to see herself in her own photo collage. Weren't you in Bug's Life? You look like a female Steve Buscemi. If Frodo and Gollum had a love child. 23 years old, still play Pokemon and single. It must suck being a hardcore Pokemon player and never hearing the words "I choose you." You gotta learn how to shape your beard or go to a barber, cause you look like a shrub. A shrub is a guy who can't get no love from me. That beard looks like you've been collecting your pubes since you were 14 just to glue it to your chin. Still single? Have you tried dating in the Amish community? Does Bob Ross know you stole his afro for your beard? That's the ugliest chia pet in the collection. His beard looks like the Family Guy episode where Peter had a bird in his face. With those glasses you could see people on a map waving. I'm 36, still play Pokemon and every other Nintendo franchise, and have the same beard, but I'm married with 2 kids. Find another excuse. What's the difference between a bass player and a large pizza? One can feed a family. 25-year-old welder chick who likes to think she's a badass but really just fails at life. Slay me. You shaved your pits for this, didn't you? You look like you smell like foot. But that ain't even a roast, my foot do be smelling fresh as hell. Is that a scar, dirt, or did you shave your pits with a welding torch? Option number 4, her armpit has an Adam's apple. It is an infected lymph node. She should get it looked at by a doctor. Natural 1. Not the tattoo. Your rating. You look like a Habsburg royal whose mother took thalidomide during her pregnancy. No matter what anyone else says, it takes a lot of armpit balls to post here. Thanks for doing yourself up for this. You look like you'd get married in Dickies. Rosie the Revolter. 28 and bald. Roast me harder than my genetics already have. I like the fact that your stash and brows seem interchangeable. More of a copy/paste job there. Ooh, got commas for eyebrows. I thought he was sponsored by Nike. Who let one of Joe Exotic's husbands loose? You look like a disappointing Easter egg. That room's color scheme is more interesting than you. You look like Bifox. You didn't choose baldness. You did choose that stupid f***ing nose ring. Pretty sure the nose ring is a signal to potential mates that he's cool and young. Don't let this bald head fool you. Imagine dragons are sick. It's like if Mr. Clean and Tom Hanks from Philadelphia had a love child. Today's my 22nd birthday. Please remind me why I don't deserve to celebrate my birthday. The letters on the fridge tell us everything we need to know about your life. It's probably the first pic she's posted online wearing clothes. How many times did you have to take this picture in order to not get one of your 14 cats in the picture? You're the girl that people won't admit to having sex with cause it's embarrassing. Ah yes, another average-looking basic bitch who thinks putting empty alcohol bottles on top of her cabinets gives her a personality. You look like you're hiding ping pong balls in your mouth. Deadpool has better skin. I bet your pretty friends bring you out when they want to avoid male attention. Your fridge is missing the obligatory pictures of you drunk at a bar with 2 of your average-looking friends who brought you along thinking it would make them look hot. Definitely a catfish. As soon as you get married, you're gaining 100 pounds. At least the rest of you will look and smell like those sausages on your hands. 22 and you've had more meat in you than that fridge. Face says Zoomer. Decor says Boomer. Had a great meeting, nailed it. So confident that I yelled on the street black doesn't crack. Prove me wrong. It might not crack but it damn sure expands. Are those your parents in the picture behind you? It's cool that you're confident despite having no ears. For real, where the f*** are they? You look like Stanley Hudson's autistic son. Black doesn't crack but the distance between your 2 front teeth begs to differ. Your hair looks like it's running away from your teeth. I have a feeling whatever I roast will end up stuck between those teeth. You look like the adult version of the kid that said he looks like a burnt chicken nugget. You look like the person they put on a job website to show diversity. So confident except on the spelling of Reddit. Even white people know it's black don't crack. F18 I just genuinely want to know how other people see me lol. I genuinely want to know how you see other people through those eyes. Knowing what people think about you could be an eye-opening experience. You look like you'd get based off of 2 White Claws then argue that Starbucks is better than Dunkin' Donuts for 45 minutes before you start crying about how much you love your friends. Great value Emma Stone. Emma Stone. Why are you squinting? We're the ones who have to look at you. Weren't you in that movie with Tom Cruise, Eyes Wide Apart? There's a term that my own sister coined for a girl that she's friends with that I think suits you, baby s***. Your bio says 18-year-old female. Your chest says 12-year-old boy. Looks like you learned how to put on makeup from a YouTube tutorial. Heyo roasting buddies. Bet you can't roast me as good as this cappuccino did, ouch. You look like you take estrogen and testosterone daily. Testosterone. Boys, we have found the third gender. When someone wants to know your gender but you tell him it's complicated. Your lips are so chapped we can hear you smile. You look like the one random girl in the class that's obsessed with warrior cats. You look like the transgender version of Amy Farrah Fowler.
Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and leave your comments.